Yeah, thank you very much, Björn Ferse. I'm happy to announce that we will have a short greeting and closing speech by the Vice-Rector Research of TU Dresden herself, Professor Angela Rösen-Wolff. I'm not so sure whether she's already there. Oh, hello, dear colleague and Vice-Rector. We're very happy that you found a couple of minutes for us and are eager to hear you. The floor is yours. No sound? On her end. Unfortunately, we can't hear you. We're not sure whether the problem is.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yes. That's great.
Hello, sir. It's gonna be.
Hi.
Oh, ehrlich? Oh, das war doch gerade.
No, the sound is gone again. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. Jetzt? Ja, jetzt. Ja, jetzt. Ja, wieder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So thank you very much for the words. So when the organizers of this summer school asked me if I could say a few closing remarks, I happily accepted. Only 2 weeks ago, I was a guest at the Boysen-Research training group and was able to see for myself that highly motivated doctoral students are working here on very important questions for our future. The topic of the summer school, mobility and transition, also has great global significance. In the context of climate change, our society must set out to develop new climate-friendly concepts that nevertheless take individual needs into account. This requires technological and social transformations that, if possible, take along everyone involved in the truest sense of the word. I hope that the discussions at this summer school will help to get these processes underway in a socially acceptable way. Since this is a worldwide task, I think it is very important that the message is carried into the world by the international participants. I'm deeply impressed that the participants come from 69 countries. Obviously, the topic is of global interest. I thank you all for your commitment and wish you all that your research results will lead to new technologies and new attitudes, which will then be helpful for new political decisions. In normal times, I would have concluded my speech with a wish for a healthy journey home. Under pandemic conditions, I wish you stay well and thank you for the possibility to give this closing remark.
Vice-Rector, we are glad.
Hey, du hast muted. No, it's not. Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay. We're very glad to hear your words, and we wish you good luck, a lucky hand in keeping TU Dresden at the forefront of the excellence initiative, and we'll try to contribute our share. Yes, dear speakers, moderators, discussants, dear scholars, dear audience in presence and out there in the net, the last 2 days gave us privileged insights from manifold perspectives. And yeah, it's sort of an unfeasible task to wrap up just everything. But let me try and formulate a couple of takeaway and take-home messages. We learned, to many of us again, about the overwhelming relevance of this summer school's topic, the huge societal impact, huge economic and political relevance of mobility, the still dynamically increasing use of resources by transport systems, the somehow expectable but still unpredictable disruption shocks that affect this system, and the paramount effects of transportation and mobility on climate change, and perhaps vice versa. We also learned a lot about why inducing change and replacing existing systems which are non-sustainable and risk-laden entails many huge challenges. There's no technology as such. Technology is always a product or form of human action, and humans are persisting in their thinking and acting. They act on the basis of values and incomplete information, while we are dealing with a highly complex social-technical system, which is shaped by path dependency and which interlinks manifold diverse actors from politics, from economy, consumers, technological development, and so on. And this frequently results in many unintended effects of purposive social action. We also heard from several presenters about the importance of values and of models of the world, mental models for the diffusion of technologies and for the change of the mobility system. At the same time, and this is a good message, the same factors which make transitions of mobility to the better such a cumbersome endeavor, at the same time also hold the seeds to really devising and successfully implementing solutions. We think of the STEM sciences, innovative engineering, and many technologies that have evolved in the last decades that allow for consolidating individual and societal needs, especially also concerning the way we would travel, and which on a societal level may have effects on the model split and on the use of resources which until now have not been achieved. And although humans may not be able to give exact predictions of the future, we heard a lot about how the future really lies in our hands, and how predictions can be self-fulfilling, and how the engaged endeavors of entrepreneurs, how animal spirits of entrepreneurs and of scientists may change the world and the transport system as well. We may well see this as another confirmation and reassurance for our unique approach at the TU Dresden Boysen-Research Training Group of tackling the transition of transport and mobility, not only by a multifold of disciplinary projects and scholars from different disciplines, but also to integrate these into a priori transdisciplinary and interlinked clusters. This is just what we did. Yes, I'm almost done, but of course I want to give a couple of thanks again, of course, to the Vice-Rector, but also to our sponsors, which is, of course, TU Dresden, but which is also the Boysen Group, especially for the conference, also Dresden Concept helped us. And I want to thank all the presenters, perhaps especially those who did travel physically to Dresden to liven up our summer school, and especially to everybody who was flexible to begin or extend their talks at a different time, due to shortened changes in the program, although they were few. Thanks to everyone who sent in a photo contributing to our competition. And last but not least, I want to thank our Boysen-TU Dresden scholars who were the driving force in devising, planning and realizing this conference. You did a great job. You took a lot of pain to make this an enlightening and perfectly organized event, even though the pandemic torpedoed your carefully carved out plans several times. And of course, this would not have been possible without the gentle guidance and moderation by Anna Matius, coordinator, effective and empathetic operator in this group. And as concerns you, the audience, thank you so much for coming to view and to listen to presentations, to our presentations, and enriching and augmenting them by discussions and your questions. Björn Ferse already said it. Please feel free to contact us for further questions or suggestions. Feel also free to contribute to our special issue. It has been mentioned several times, and we'll supply you with a link to the call for abstract. And finally, take care, stay healthy, and take home what seems to be one of the major learnings of these last 2 days, namely analyzing current future mobility is also to shape future mobility, and this goes both for devising technological solutions, political concepts, and entrepreneurial strategies. Thank you all.